Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of The World According to Beatrice Noel. I just showed my whole screen right now so you can see how I jazzed up my background. When I narrow it down, you won't see it as much, but I just wanted you to see what I did with my graphics program. But I'm not the prettiest person on the page right now, so let me just ease on back and open everything up. Here, one who has the beautiful face hidden and one who's showing the big hair.
I got the Shaka Khan hair today.
The beautiful hair, yes, yes.
I'm black and I'm proud.
I can't
Exactly.
Wait, you make the Shaka Khan faces now. Look at that. You just threw your head up and just left.
Yes.
Every woman.
Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan.
Wow.
Baby, baby, when I look at you, I feel warm inside. Dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun. Oh, I'm having flashbacks. 1984.
Yes, indeed. Okay.
Wow. How are you both feeling tonight?
Oh, I'm feeling great.
Did you
A
say
little
you're
less
chilling?
tired. Yeah.
Yeah, well, no, but you know, you need to get your rest, and you decide when the show wraps down, okay? Because we've been consistent. So let your body, tell you, let your mind tell you it's no crime. You get your rest, and whatever time you deem is 30 minutes, hour, 2 hours, whatever it is.
No, we could do two because we're gonna talk about three topics, so we could do 2 hours today.
Okay, all right, no problem. I'm right here with you. Unemployment checks, the unemployment blues. We have to jump through so many hoops to get that unemployment check. What's up, and what do you see from behind the scenes dealing with this situation? Things you can tell people, you can share, stories you can share. And not only that, we have 2 more other topics we're going to talk about, but I'll let you lead the way because you have the stats, the experience, and you know a whole lot more than me.
Yeah, well, I do a lot of interpretation. So I interpret for Medicaid, Medicare, unemployment, immigration. So even IRS, I love the IRS. It's my money. But unemployment too, it's my money. Why make me so it's my money. Why go so my well, the thing is
that's
unemployment is not. Yeah, that's how Haitian now. I'm like, no, it's not your money. It's not. Even the tax, it's not your money. It's a privilege. You're not really entitled to it. It's a privilege. It's not your money.
Well, like with unemployment, I mean, don't they say that they take something out?
They take that from you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You kind of earned it. I mean, like, clear all that up for us because,
please. Yes.
Yeah, normally for unemployment, like, the tax they take out of you is for Social Security and Medicare. But the unemployment, it's your employer who pays that.
Okay.
Yeah, your employer who pays that insurance. So just in case you get fired. But that's where it's tricky. It depends on why you were fired or why you were laid off. But if it's misconduct, they may not give it to you. So like me, I was lucky when I was fired by the Coast Guard because I could not get it because they went and said that I lied when I did not. But they got my side of the story and I got it anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. So they try to get slick to not pay it,
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's why they always tell you, make sure you don't quit. Because if you quit, you can't claim unemployment.
Yes. So there's the thing too, like when the people are applying for unemployment, when you fill out the application, automatically you need to put your ID in. Whatever they're gonna ask you, like whatever, be very specific with how you were paid, how much, like put your because that's the first thing. It flags you for identification. It's even like tougher now. Because what's it with that? The day before yesterday, I saw Biden on CNN saying that people need to go to work. Yeah, they don't want to go to work. They want to sit and cash their unemployment check. That is bullshit. Personally, I can tell you that is bullshit.
Right.
Bullshit. Because every day, that's what I do. I do with people who are about to be evicted. Okay. I deal with people who are about to lose their home. I deal with people who have nothing to eat in their house. I deal with people their bank or overdrawn. Okay, so that's bullshit.
And half of the people don't even. You're right. They don't get enough to sustain them. So why would you want to stay home? Why would you want to stay home?
And some states are poor. There's no job. So why would you say something so stupid? No, it's like I said, we didn't have a choice. We elected him, but he's just as bad as the other one. You know, it's just the only difference is we may or may not have a civil war. With Trump, it was a guarantee. With him, we may or may not, because they look really laxing to me. Because the situation is very imminent. I mean, to me, January 6th was a warning. That's not even a warning. The bomb in Tennessee was the warning. The bomb was like, this is what's about to happen. And then January 6th hour, that's like, you know, like the entree.
Yeah.
We haven't had the meal yet. That was the entree, the hors d'oeuvre. So we have no idea what's coming next.
I know, right? Right? That was an appetizer.
Exactly. You know?
That's right.
So, like I said, but there's a thing too. For example, me, when I do interpretation, I do a lot of research by myself like that. Because, for example, there's some on one point, you know, especially with the Haitian African, they get to that tit for tat with the person helping them, and before you know it, if I don't interfere, the agent just hang up on their face. So every time, you know, I just intervene and like de-escalate it. You know, just there's no reason for you to get hyped, because all it's gonna happen. The only thing that's gonna happen is the agent gonna hang up. You know, and now you're gonna need to call back and stay for a long while on the telephone one more time again. All right.
That's got to be stressful, very stressful.
Yes, it is. It is. But you know, you gotta be like, that's why I said it has to be like, you gotta be street smart when you come about that. Like, for example, these people, when this is where a whole bunch of them got in trouble, because he wasn't even in the news. Because the question they ask you, if you were fired, if you left voluntarily, if it's a leave of absence, or if it's laid off. And people confuse laid off for leave of absence. And just by checking the wrong answer, shit, you're gonna sit down for months and never get that check.
Wow.
Yeah. Even worse, I get people that they checked the wrong, they did it right the first time, but like further along the way, they checked the wrong box. And unemployment just reversed everything. Whatever check they gave you, now you owe all of them. Now I find people who owe $20,000, $25,000. I'm like, whoa!
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I'm really giving Biden the stink eye. You need to shut the fuck up. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yeah, you don't know absolutely nothing what you're talking about. People are not sitting down and not getting to work. Okay. Depending on where they live, they cannot find work. That's the situation. You know, like poor places like in Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, or like Michigan, they cannot find work. They're poor.
And the maximum amount that they can get, some places is $50 a week.
Yeah,
some places the maximum unemployment, whether you made $10,000 or not per year, is $50.
This is where they get you, because that's why I said you have to be really street smart about it and not do like everybody else. So when they fuck you that with a check and you check the wrong question, and so now they tell you to protest. Guess when you protest, it goes to the supervisor, the state. So it means that you in the backlog, a whole bunch of the people waiting for that goddamn protest.
Oh my God!
It could be months before finally somebody check it. So what I started to do is, like, if it's immigration, I go on YouTube or I Google it. Same way with unemployment, I Google it up, and I found on YouTube what they tell. Instead of protesting, do an appeal. because the appeal is different. The appeal, a judge has to decide. Protest is the same asshole's gonna look at your paper and deny it again. Versus the judge, they can listen. They will call you.
Exactly.
You know, and listen to what's your story, what you have to say.
Or you'll get a mediator or something.
Okay. Yes, you get a mediator, and they'll listen to you, and then they will decide. That's the difference. So every time they call, I tell them straight up, you got two options: whether you protest or you appeal. Appeal, you will get a judge. Sometimes I don't tell them appeal because it's not that bad, but when you're owing $20,000, $25,000, god damn, no, you need a judge. What the fuck? No, you need a judge. God damn. Wow. Yeah, because that money goes to collection. Because I had one, she was losing her mind. Oh, it's gonna affect my credit. I'm like, bitch, you more worried about your credit than that $25,000 you owe.
That's going up exponentially every day. Yeah.
You know, like, where's the common sense? You're more concerned about your credit than because they're gonna garnish the damn check. Before you know, you will not be able to fix that damn credit. Focus on the $25,000.
They get the check and you'll be on the street.
Exactly. Yeah, and now when you finally get the judge finally give the adjudication, it might be more weeks, months before they take the debt out of your account, so you can finally claim that. I translated for people who've been waiting for a year and a half.
My God.
You know, that's why it really angers me that Biden says something like that. You know, I didn't have the choice. That's why I voted for you. I didn't have the choice.
You know what? Anyway, I didn't vote for anybody, but I tell you the truth.
Hesitate.
No, listen.
Yeah.
I would never, ever vote for him. No. Nope.
I know the feeling. I know he's a warmonger. Yeah, he's a pussy grabber and a warmonger. See, already he's like, oh, the guy said, oh, Israel has the right to defend itself.
Listen,
yeah.
I don't even want to talk about that. God Almighty.
Just saying.
You see, that's why, we don't understand. I was never a Trump supporter. I was not. But I feel like we dodged a lot. And I said it to Brother Lance before. We dodged a lot of bullets just having Trump in office because he was so damn defiant.
He
wouldn't play the game. He wouldn't play along with, the powers that be.
Yep.
And one of the reasons. Go ahead.
No, finish what you were going to say.
No, I was going to say one of the reasons why January 6th happened, in my estimation or humble opinion, I feel like it was just, a solid way to make sure that, people saw, quote unquote, who he was, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So they could justify Biden being the president. That's all.
Yeah, that too. You will never know what really happened on January 6th.
Well, we know that it was planned.
Yeah.
We have to know that.
At least we know that. We know that. But that's the thing. I wrote, that's the first essay I gave Lance. The thing is, the empire is falling.
Okay. Brother Lance, you need to share that.
The empire is falling.
Yeah, right?
That's the reality. If you come to a point where 30% of your population is homeless or jobless, okay? If now your dollar, your monetary, has no value anymore, okay? Because now the euro, how much is euro? How much dollar is for your euro now? Because it used to be 1.5 euro for $1. How much it is now for a euro? Because the dollar is declining since the pandemic.
So what is it now?
Well, I could check. I didn't check, but
No,
yeah.
well, let's see. EURO.
Yeah.
Exchange rate. Okay, so €1 is $1.21 in US money.
Yep, it went down.
Mm-hmm.
Because the only thing that was like really strong, it was the pound, because it was always £3 for $1, and the other one, the mark, it was like I think like $2 for a mark. Yeah, but it just since the pandemic, yep, it went
Right.
down.
Big
And the
change.
thing, yeah, and I don't understand how come just in 1 year we were owing 16 trillion. And with the jackass, now we owe 25 trillion. How we managed to do that in just 1
But
year?
most people don't watch those things. Most people don't watch those things at all. They're watching reality TV shows.
Yeah, how you managed to do that? That's insane.
Because you're making money out of air. That's how you manage to do that.
Okay.
You're printing money out of nothing. and the thing is that America isn't poor. America is not poor.
Well, no, that's the thing. America is poor. It's just there's a group of people who are not poor. Yeah, there's a group of them, because currently right now it's not all of us. Not all the middle class was able to eat 3 meals per day.
Well,
Now
when I say when I say America, when you think about it, because we're still lending money to people, we're still out there, financing people. So in as much as we may owe trillions and trillions of dollars to certain countries or certain groups of people, we're still funding people. How do you fund people when you're, you owe so much?
Because they're printing money. The money, that's why it's losing value. They're just printing money.
And saying, hey, I'm going to take you all out to dinner, then we're going to go shopping, then we're going to fly to Paris, whatever. But I'm about to get evicted and I'm broke, I don't have a job, but I'm taking you out and hanging out. What? That's weird. Being Big Willie Spender and you got mint in your pocket.
Because they're just printing money. The money has no value. They keep printing it. There's several signs. Like, for example, you can see what happened in Rome, what happened in Babylon. Like to see the empire is falling. The first thing, the money loses value.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing is the moral. Like the morals going down. That's why you see like this emphasis on gayness on the movies. Like, the emphasis on it, it's all over your face. I mean, I understand, yeah, you got your rights, but man, I cannot every goddamn movie I watch it's a gay person in it. Life is not like that, okay? So you like to be with men, fine. You like to be with men, fine. I'm cool with that. Like, this is kind of stupid. Every goddamn movie, every goddamn show. It's way too inclusive for me. It's way too inclusive.
But what about the word they hijacked? Tolerance, my dear Beatrice.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Okay, there's a gay guy or gay woman in the show, but the black guy always had to die first. Yeah, the black guy always got to die first. Or there might not be black people in it. Or let me be even more inclusive. Okay, but you don't have Chinese in it. Like, why there's no Asian in it? Okay, why you don't focus on that too? Why there's no American, like Native American in it too? I'm not saying like all like Blue Lives Matter, none of all Lives Matter. It's not like that, but it's just.
No, but you can't have every category there. I mean, what if you're shooting a movie deep in China? You're going to get mad because they don't have any Latinos there? I mean, be for real. It's like too much pressure to.
Yeah.
Even if you want to do something real, a movie or a TV show, it's not going to be always even with all these. And then now the whole gay thing. Now you have to have somebody in there gay. I'm quite sure there are more gays than we know about, but it's always got to be that. I mean, okay, I get mad if they do a movie about something European history, and I know we're all over the world, but I mean, come on now. If I don't see a face that looks like me, am I going to really get insulted at that? Now, if you do something about in the Congo and it's all white people, now we got a problem.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, and they're bringing that mess in Africa too. I don't remember which country. With the sect, with what's the name of that guy? There's a sect where now it's not only they're men with men, women with women, but it's just I don't know, because now one man can fuck whatever he sees, and the woman can fuck whatever she sees. That's how the tribe is. Everybody's fucking everybody.
Where is this?
I don't remember if it's Mali or Cameroon or Senegal. I'm pretty sure it was Mali, because I was shocked. I'm like, really, in Mali? Because Mali is Muslim. Not really. Like Mali's Muslim. Really?
Right.
You know?
So they've just opened up everything. Society's opened up.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, yeah. I mean, if you like orgy, tell me you like orgy, but don't tell me it's your religion. Don't give me that bullshit. Come on, man. you're just greedy. Just tell me you're greedy. Don't give me that bullshit.
No, they've a lot of those countries have watched too much American television.
Yes, they do.
And too much porn.
Yeah, they do. Because when they come here, for example, like people from the East mostly. Like you see the Arabs or the Indians, right. Or even the Israeli or the Russians do. They always like expect you as a black person to be very promiscuous. No, I'm not like that. You know, they're always like, they're rushing into the sex subject, which is sexual harassment too. You know? Yeah, and that's sexual assault and sexual harassment. You know, so, and every time when they start doing that bullshit, I'm like, if I was Indian just like you, if I was Israeli just like you would have never talked to me like that.
True.
And that turns them up right then and there. Every time I say that, if I was Jewish just like you would have never talked to me like that.
That's true.
Yep.
But you're a black woman.
Exactly. Oh, black people are oppressed in all those countries. Like, for example, the Jews they rescued from Ethiopia and Somalia, they're being deported now. In Israel?
Yes.
No?
That's true. That's true. And
they're
being poorly treated.
Because they're deporting Jews.
Right. And they're sending them back to Ethiopia.
Just saying. Yeah,
you know why?
Of course. Oh, they call them monkeys. They call them retarded. They beat on them. They lynch them. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what was happening also? A lot of the white Jewish men were marrying the women, and they didn't want them to be doing that, so they were sterilizing the women unbeknownst to them. Yeah, they were sterilizing the Falasha women, and they didn't know.
Falasha women, I know what you're talking about.
Well, that's the thing, you know, we're talking about Israel, like saying that it's their land. But the thing people don't focus on too, at the same time, they are committing genocide. They're extremely discriminating among each other too. Like the top one is an Ashkenazi, but this is where it's even more sarcastic. It's just these people weren't even in Israel. It's while the Holocaust they came in, and somehow they managed to be the top class that runs everything now in Israel. So basically, they get the higher position, they get the banks, they get everything, on top of everything. Then you got the brown one who comes from Portugal, Morocco, Algeria. So they're the second race. They get like I would say the more like they were the one who owns bakeries or like the blue collar job. They get that.
Right.
It is so true. Like that's why I'm not. These people are full of shit. Okay. It is so true that those that are brown skin, they bleach their skin so they can look Ashkenazi. Like full of shit.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Wow, indeed.
Yeah. Exactly.
Indeed. Oh my God. But
So
I'm really
yeah.
fascinated or interested in the fact that they're sending these people back to Ethiopia.
Okay. But I
When
think
it's
Ethiopia,
really their land.
I know, but Ethiopia is more tolerant now, no? Because I didn't hear about genocide of the Jewish people in Ethiopia.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a crazy world. But yeah, like I said, the thing is, the empire is full. The sign is the money lose value. Second is the moral value. That's how you know the
Right.
empire is falling. You know, third is like you see that like the a great portion of the population is homeless, and that there's always, just like under Trump, there's always like a turmoil, political turmoil, like January 6th. That's how you
Mm-hmm.
know the empire is falling. When the empire will finally be falling, you'll have a revolution like you never seen before. Like what happened in France, what happened in
Mm-hmm.
Russia, what happened in Saint Domingue, Haiti. That's when even what happened in Rome, because Rome, it was what's his name, the Han who came in, Annika who attacked Rome with Byzance, yeah, Byzantine, and that's how you know that was the end of Byzantine, the end of Rome.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's the empire. The empire is losing its value. You know, because I think we got that probably from the British. The only way we think we can rule the game is by bullying everybody else. But now Russia just made an alliance with the second. Now said no, China is the second biggest power. Now he just made an alliance with Russia, and now
Right.
Germany is taking oil from Russia and not from us because we sanction Germany and Russia. You know, and now the
Right.
South American too, Venezuela, Turkey. Now you know we're outside, so they're leaving us behind because we need to
That's
get out of that.
interesting.
Yeah, we need to get out of that concept that the only way we can rule is by creating political turmoil or by bullying
Right.
like other countries who do not agree with us. We need to stop this bullshit. Do you know the CIA tried to assassinate Fidel Castro 200 fucking times?
Damn.
Yeah, I've heard that.
200 fucking times. You know? Now I don't tolerate that my money is being spent on that. You know, no. I don't tolerate that my tax money is being wasted and shit like that. This is stupid. But that's the thing. That's the thing. You know, when you get in the army or in the military, you need to really think who you're gonna fight for. That is not for me. It is not for Lance.
Right.
It is not
That's
for us.
true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's
Mm-hmm.
not for president. No,
Mm-hmm.
it's not for us. You're fighting for a group of people
Mm-hmm.
who watching their own goddamn interests. It always has been like that. And
Then you compromise their integrity. Mm-hmm.
Yes. You know, so your family will lose a husband, a son,
Mm-hmm.
you know, a brother. For what?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You're not fighting for your country.
Exactly.
You're fighting for autocrats, an elite of autocrats. That's who you're fighting for. An autocrat who needs what's the name of the thing? Lithium. An autocrat that needs gold, that needs oil. They're not fighting. They never fight for democracy. Never. Even when you hear that they fight for civil bullshit. There's some resource they need.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's why they're bullying countries left and right, because this is what's happening. The oil reserve is dying out. That's why Saudi Arabia started to open up and letting women drive and opening to tourists. That's why the oil is drying up.
Drying up.
Yeah, we're in trouble because everything is made out of fucking oil. Clothes is made out of oil.
Exactly.
Out of oil.
Exactly.
Everything. So there's a major economic crisis that's coming. So that's why Europe is already ahead, because they don't use oil, they use nuclear power. Or wind, solar power, windmill, or solar power. And yeah, because there's a major, and that's why in California they started cultivating seaweed. Because seaweed is, I mean, the problem is how much land you need to cultivate that seaweed. And if it's seaweed, you need ocean water. I'm just saying. You need ocean water. So that's why it's not really a viable thing. But then we're in trouble. That's why they're really pushing like Tesla and they're in the electrical cars, because we're in trouble. There's no more oil. So that's why, they keep bugging. Most likely the reason they're bugging Palestine, most likely they're like a reserve of oil that nobody knows
somewhere. About. Yes.
That's real. That's real.
Yeah.
Most likely. That's why they're murdering them like little by little. There's probably some oil that you don't know about. That's something.
There's not the same thing with Haiti. That's why they're keeping you unstable.
Because there's oil by Lagunave. There is oil. And there's gold by Jacmel. And we got the same thing as Bolivia, lithium. We have it. We have cobalt, we have lithium.
Right.
The more a country is has political turmoil, the more resources they have. That's why you got Nigeria all fucked up, Congo all fucked up, Haiti all fucked up, Venezuela all fucked up. There's something in the need. And it's
Jamaica's getting there because they still have unmined bauxite, and bauxite is in, premium need right now. So yeah.
But you know what though? Jamaica has gold.
I would not be surprised.
Well, that's good to know.
They don't put that out
there. It's right next to Haiti. I would not be right next to Haiti. I would not be surprised.
Right.
I'm mining a lot of gold down there.
Isn't that something?
But this is where China beat us, because the thing is that's all our fault. We're too fucking greedy. Not only American, Westerners are too fucking greedy. Because the Chinese, they start buying something. We're like, oh yeah, give me your money, give me. But now this is what happened. There's this metal that is essential for cell phone that is called cesium. Cesium in 2018. America, the Department of Defense here declared that cesium is essential for economical and technological dominance. And guess who possess all the mines and control 99% of the production? China.
But it's in Africa that they're getting it, isn't it?
No, one in Africa, one in Australia, and one in Canada. They bought all of them. There are 16 metals that are essential, for that essential for technological dominance. China is in control of all of them. So when they're talking about Hong Kongers or about the Uyghurs, yeah, right.
Well, they want to strategically take over the world and position themselves all over the world to be that truly one global force. They want to be everything.
Yeah. Let's not fool ourselves. They're empire too. Yeah, they're colonizers. They're a little more subtle than us. Because at least they give you like railroad and buildings, and America just give you bombs. Nuclear bombs. They shot 300,000 nuclear uranium depleted bomb in Iraq while the war, 9/11 war in Iraq. And before that, in the Kuwait war, under Clinton, the Democrat, that devil had shot 700,000 uranium depleted bombs in Iraq. That's why there's a lot of birth defect all over Iraq. That's why. So I guess probably it's all that money we've been spending in war. Probably it's catching up with us. But let's not fool ourselves. War is coming because the empire is falling. The only way the empire has to survive is by going to war. Because when you win the war, you can loot the conquered.
Right.
You can loot
And
them.
there
And
goes the term. And then we can use the term booty.
Exactly. The spoil goes to the conqueror. And then you can rewrite history.
Shake your
exactly.
booty.
Saying that there were weapon of mass destruction in Iraq when there never was.
Right.
You know? So that's the point of this. The first topic is, be street smart about the second guess everything. Like even the news, when they tell us second guess it, like research what they tell you. They just regurgitate what they tell you.
Exactly. Someone in the chat. Are you reading the chat, Beatrice? Can you see the chat? Someone in the chat said,
"Yeah."
Oh, you can't see today. Okay. Someone said they've been waiting on a check since last June, and still nothing. Not even a phone call. Right. And someone wanted to know what part of Haiti are you from?
Oh, from Port-au-Prince. My family been in Port-au-Prince since 1877.
Ooh.
Yeah, my great grandmother bought land in Port because we came from Jacmel, and she bought land in Port-au-Prince, and we became Port-au-Prince.
Okay. So wasn't Jacmel one of those areas that was destroyed in the what is it, the hurricane or whatever they had?
Jacmel.
Well, the earthquake. Was it an earthquake?
Yeah, you mean Port-au-Prince got really jacked up? Yeah, no,
yeah,
everywhere, but Port-au-Prince got hurt really, really, really bad. That's because of all the illegal construction. That's why too. So, yeah, and we got hit really bad also because we didn't have the infrastructure to, we didn't expect
on the news.
We didn't expect it.
Right.
Although we've been warned, like that it would happen. Like scientists would warn us, but we didn't have the infrastructure for it. That's why,
Right.
But instead of helping us, said, well, why would you ever expect help? Everybody came and got what they want. The Haiti became the hustle. The ultimate hustle. Right.
I tell you, this whole unemployment thing, and I think I kind of mentioned it before in another show back in 2008 when, the market crashed and, everything just turned upside down and everyone started losing their jobs. That's when everybody with an education wound up just being like the next man out there. Everybody was on sort of a level playing field because it didn't matter what kind of degree you had, you couldn't find work. And so many people were committing suicide. So many people were committing suicide. Yes.
Because they would never imagine themselves in that position,
Right. So. Right. And just not being able to feed family, having sick relatives or sick family members. Yes, that you can't take care of. When that was, you were the main provider, you were doing what was necessary. Yeah. Oh my gosh. One minute I was in a group and this week you would be talking to a person and the next week they were gone and the next week somebody else was gone, and it's like, oh my God. And this is what's happening now, but we're not hearing about it. I guess unless you're in groups, if you're not in a group or in some kind of chat where people are sharing, we're not hearing the horror stories of what's happening, you know?
The censoring also.
Yeah. Yes, what I have to say is the game is rigged, okay? The game is rigged. Because I've been listening to what people are saying. The game is motherfucking rigged. So you really need to pay attention to what you're writing, what you're checking, and the questions for unemployment. I mean, to help you out, go on YouTube. There's a lot of instruction on how to fill it out. So if you've been waiting that at this point, appeal it. You know, in whatever state you're in, find how to look up the form. To if you're in Florida, write Florida appeal unemployment, and you'll find the PDF. Fill it out and fax it. Then find out the phone number for the appeal, and that is you're gonna have to deal with the judge this time. Because when you protest, you're gonna deal with another motherfucker who don't give two shit about you because they're getting a check and you're not. The game is rigged. Okay?
That's true.
They don't want you to get that unemployment check. They don't want you. That's why it's so fucking hard. There's the thing.
Right.
You fill it out. You forgot to upload your ID, so it flags you. It flags automatically for fraud, identity fraud. So now you're stuck for weeks. You cannot get your check. So when finally you upload it, they verified it. It flagged you again for employer.
For what?
They didn't verify your employer.
God.
And you stuck for a month. And guess what's gonna happen? After a few weeks, the weeks they expired. You cannot claim them anymore. So you got to reclaim again. And guess what's gonna happen when you claim again? You're flagged because you got to verify your identity again. That's why people get stuck again and again and again. They never can get that check. The game is rigged.
That is, oh my God, I'm getting anxiety. I swear, I'm getting anxiety just listening to this. You have no idea. It's like,
you know, like my mom is like super worried. She's like, don't be talking all that stuff, you know, because you work there, you know, it's like, you know, she's right. I should not be talking. But, you know, it's people just like me. And I've been through what you've been through, okay?
Yes, yes.
I've been through, so I cannot just sit down and not say nothing and not tell you what to do. I cannot.
Yes.
You know, I've been in a position, where I used to, and when Orlando, when you know there's no more money, the check is gone. So I would spend a week eating just sweet dough because there was nothing left to eat. So I would mix sugar with flour, water, and mix sweet. That's what I would eat for 5 days until I finally get paid again.
I believe you. I believe you. I believe you.
I know. You know, but I had pride. Like when I used to work in the store, even if there were a penny on the floor, I wouldn't touch it. You know, because I have pride. I'm not gonna touch it. That's not who I am.
Let's see, I'm picking it up. I ain't starting. I'm sorry.
You know, it's just the fact that I've been through it. And I
I'm picking it up.
Yeah, I cannot imagine another person. Yeah. You know, it's the fact that I've been through it, but I cannot imagine somebody go through it, what I've been through.
Yes. So
from my experience, I'm telling you what you need to do.
Right.
You know, the game is rigged.
I would be in your position. I would be stressed because I would be trying my darndest best to figure out a way to help everybody. And you know you can't help everybody. And that's what makes you sick.
That's true.
I'll tell you.
Yeah. I was gonna say, even when I translate, when I do the IRS, that used to piss me off. Because right now I'm too busy to do the hours because the job really keeps me busy. But you know, anybody that filed their tax while the pandemic started, they did not get the refund.
Really?
Yeah, and this is worse. So this is what some of them, they forgot to add the 1095 in 1095A. That's for the Obamacare. So the IRS will take 3-6 months to finally tell you that you forgot to add the Obamacare. Okay, now you added. So the IRS takes 3 more months before they tell you that, okay, we processed it. So you got to order call 3 more months before finally they give you a refund if they feel like it. That game is fucking rigged. The game is rigged. And they're gonna tell you what to do. They don't even explain you. It's me, like, since you don't understand what I'm saying, I tell them and grill what they need to do.
Right. And that's you just said the magic word.
Yeah, you don't understand. So I can tell them what to do. Because it's not right.
You know, they're the ones that are getting it.
Language barriers.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not right. You know?
Yeah.
Not right at all. Like, for example, these people who are You know, that's the thing with African, mostly more African and Haitian. Why when you need to do the taxes, it has to be another African just like you? Why can't you go to Jackson Hewitt, Liberty, or H&R Block like everybody else? Or actually go to the library or the IRS, have them do your taxes. Because every Haitian, every African I translate for, somehow their tax got jacked up. There's one that was fucked up. The guy was, no, wait. He was supposed to get a $16,000 check. Guess what happened to $16,000? It was a pastor who did the tax for him. He had that $16,000 transferred to his bank.
Oh my God.
Can I get a witness? Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my Lord.
I was in shock. You know, I'm translating, and I'm in shock. Like, you know, I'm supposed to like be emotional. I'm like, oh. I was in shock. I'm like, oh. That's some fucked up shit. Yeah, he transferred all his money in his bank. That's what the pastor did.
So,
and then I find out that every year he used to take a lump sum from his goddamn check to put in his director to his church.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. That's why.
And the argument would be that the argument is going to be that he ties that music. I mean that music. Yeah,
and the IRS like
exactly. I'm looking in the
prepaid ties.
And that's the thing. The IRS like, well, you signed, so it's on you. The IRS like, you signed, it's on you. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm. That's it. That's what I'm saying.
So, trust me. Look, I know bad. I'm like, I'm gonna get you. Outside, I'm showing my face. I'll be
exactly.
Like, as a guest for the first time, and like to come here's a church for the church home. I'm like, yeah, me. I own a piece of this BITCH because you took so much money from me, but I'm gonna meet you outside. We're gonna see how we're gonna see how real Jesus is in your world. I'm gonna meet you outside, and I'm gonna lay hands and have you speaking in tongues. Watch that.
That's right.
For real.
That's right. They'll be doing the church shuffle.
Yeah, and he'll moonwalk his behind right onto the bank the next day. I'll be right outside. If you tell anybody about this, I'm gonna snap.
That's right.
I'll be waiting
That's
for
right.
you. You know you don't believe in Jesus because you what?
You couldn't do that if you believed.
That's right.
Yeah, like I know a whole bunch of people like they don't go to like H&R Block or like they go to like little mom and pops, to every time same thing. African just like them.
Well, you know what? I tell you something too, Beatrice. H&R Block, they're crooks. I found that out for myself personally. I found that out. Because they wanted to charge me $250 to get back $700 in okay, $250, and they rigged it up so that I was only supposed to get back $700. I said, you know what? And the only reason why I went to them is because I had some deductions that I wasn't 100% sure about. So I was like, let me just go and make sure.
Oh man.
I told the girl.
H&R stands for Highway Robbery Block.
There you go. Mm-hmm. So I just said to her,
yeah, go ahead.
No, I just said, you know what? Because they give you the option of saying, okay, go ahead and hit send. Before, when they tell you the price, you can say, okay, you know what? I can't do this. So I just said, you know what? Never mind. And I took it back from her. I went home and did it myself. I got back more money than what she was trying to get back for me. And it cost me nothing.
Nah, man. No. Because now the software are really GUI friendly. Like they ask you questions, even if you're not sure. And you can even type the form that you need. So Exactly.
So I tell you, you know, everywhere you look, the big guys are ripping you off, and then you have these jacked up people, you know, mom and pop people that are ripping you off because they're greedy.
Exactly. Because what happened? All those people, you know, they went to little mom and pop tax preparation, and now this is what they do. So they do the bank product just like H&M Block and Jackson Hewitt, and then, so they can take a chunk out of your check, and before you know it, they close their account, they close it, and they're gone. So now all those people, they now they cannot get their refund. All that stimulus check went to that same bank. They cannot get
exactly. That's exactly what happened.
We're getting squeezed now with the economy, and people are becoming homeless, and they know tricks.
Yeah, that was messed up.
You know, it's going to be happening a whole lot more. Trust me.
Yeah.
Yep. Where'd you go? Okay.
Because last year for the first stimulus, a lot of people were trying to figure out, where's my money? Where, you know, what happened? And of course, it was like, well, where did you get your income tax check sent to?
Exactly.
Who did your taxes, and where did it go? So if you had it, like you said, sent to mom and pop, and then mom and pop cut a check and gave it to you or whatever, you're asked out because mom and pop just took your money.
Yeah. And put it in their own bank.
Yeah.
But this is my favorite part out of it. Is, for example, but it's mostly the Haitian. So that happened to Africans too. So when every time they do their taxes, those mom and pops crooks, they add that you were in college with the person come in, he's 75 years old, and he's taxing he went in college. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, that's it. You know, all of these creative accounting. That's the problem. You know.
So you can see the person's on a walk, and you put in his tax that he's on this business, and he spent $40,000 of expenses. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and every time, I agree with the IRS agent. You sign. You could have looked what they put on your tax. You just sign.
They signed because they just loved what they were hearing. Oh, guess what? I'm going to get you back $5,000. You paid $2,000 in taxes, and you're getting back $5,000. Okay? Or you're getting back $6,000 or some ridiculous money you're getting back. And they're just happy because they're getting money. And so they don't look, they don't care until you get that letter in the mail 6 months down the road. Because it takes at least 6 to 8 months for them to go through and audit everything and realize that there's a problem.
Yep. Oh no, the IRS got smarter. Like the 2 last year I've been translating, you ain't gonna get that check. It looks fraudulent. You ain't gonna get it.
Of course, now they're wising up. Yeah, you're right. Now they're
you can
actually
even claim
looking.
a child that's not yours, because that check they block it, because they're gonna ask you. Why are you claiming this child? How are you responsible for that child?
Right.
And they're very specific. Even if you were the birth mother and father, they ask you for the birth certificate, the medical record, the school record. You gotta be able to bring this shit, and you gotta be able to prove that you're the one who been providing. You're the head of household. If you not prove that you were the head of household, like you pay for most of the expenses, you're gonna lose that. No, you ain't gonna get that money.
But you have to be consistent with that lie too. You understand? It's not something you can't start it right now. It's something that has to be in place, several years where, they won't look at it, to be like, okay, when they match it up to the years before, there's a consistency. If all of a sudden you're going to start claiming some person, they're going to look. They're going to want to know, where did they come from? How did they come from? And especially if they look at your age, and then they look at the person that you're claiming or how you're claiming.
75 years old with a 2-year-old.
There you go.
Exactly. Like, you ain't gonna get credit with the child because you're too old.
You're too old. You're not even gonna get.
You're not gonna get credit.
That's right, because you can't get earned income credit because you don't have a job.
Past 65, you can't get it anymore.
Right. Exactly. So.
Yeah, but then every time the agent's like, okay, you say, where's the mother? Every time, Okay. So if the mother's there, then do you have a paper, an affidavit saying that she relinquished the parental rights to you? Do you have that?
Right,
No.
right.
You can't claim the child. Yeah, for the last 2 years, they're picking up. No, you can't do that anymore.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
You just gotta go straight down the line, man. Just keep it simple. If you're lucky, if you paid enough and you can get back, you get back. If you didn't pay enough, it is what it is.
It's not worth a little bit extra that you'll get over. Like, I mean,
right.
Really not. I don't care if it's just a couple of $100. It's not worth that because they're tightening up more now. They got the computer. The computers are just better than they ever been before. We like tag pigeons, cross-reference stuff, different jobs, different places we've been. You can't get away. You can't get away with things that you were able to get away with in the 1970s and 60s and before.
Exactly.
But now you can't do it.
Right.
Yeah, especially with the fact that you got the NSA and the CIA collecting a whole bunch of database that don't fucking need from you. They got access to all that shit too. Since the Patriotic Act, the first one, that's the second Patriotic Act. Because under Obama there was a second one. I think just before he left, 2016. Yeah, just before he left. So now there's nothing about you that any agent
that they don't know.
Yeah, exactly. They know what color your shit is. They know how you pee, how many times you pee, how you eat, when you eat, when you're in your house, when you're under your. They know all of that.
On your anus, all that stuff.
Okay. It's kind of fucked up. And every time they like to point at China, give me a fucking break. Now give me a break. Okay, true. China's fucked up. China has 700 million cameras running 24/7, man.
There's no place to hide. There's nowhere to hide.
700 million cameras. What the hell? The United States is second. We have 70 million cameras running like 24/7. After that, it's England, but England is like certain cities, like London. In certain cities, they're jacked up. I think London has like 20 million cameras. Like, what the? Why ain't it 20? Chicago too. There's Chicago, Jersey, New York, all of them. They're jacked up with cameras. And that's the thing. When I wrote the thing about the DNA programming, like that essay I gave to Lance, although all that bullshit, all my business. You got all kind of camera watching me, but you cannot stop a mass shooter.
Ain't that something?
Say it again. That's true.
Ain't that something?
China has 700 million cameras watching people 24/7. Shit, they know what you buy. If you're buying too much booze, they lower your credit score. If you buy more napkin or more paper towel, they increase your credit score because it means you have a family. So you got all that bullshit, and you cannot predict a mass stabber because here we got mass shooters. China has ubiquitous mass stabbers, and it's more fucked up in here because they're going kindergartens. That's where they go to, and in kindergarten and like grammar school and stabbing little kids.
Wow.
The worst was in 2000, because it's in the essay too. I forgot which year. Is it 2016 or 2007? No, that was recent, 2018. That one, they say what terrorists. They ain't no terrorists. They're mass stabbers. 20 people showed up with a bunch of sharp knives. They stabbed 200 people.
Jesus.
30 of them died. Okay? And they keep saying terrorists. It's not terrorists. That's a problem. Because here, let me see. Last year, we had 600 mass shooting. Okay? Usually it's like 300, 350 under Obama. But the last year of Trump was the shit. We got 600 mass shooting.
Wow, you got them bonus beats.
I know, right? You get double.
They don't say that, though. The majority of them, overwhelming majority of
That's
white
why
men.
we don't hear about it.
You're not going to hear about it.
Yeah,
Right.
and 35% of them they're familicide or familicide because they're doing it in their own house, killing their own family. 35%. 25% of them are in schools. Oh, guess what? This thing this morning was in Russia. We never had that in Russia. Now we have it in Russia too. Several people died this morning. You know, because to me, it's not terrorists. Something's up. That's why I said it's something in I don't know, the 5G or
it's a frequency thing. It's a frequency thing. Well, but true. Friend of mine told me that there were like 700 killings in the last day or two. This was on the weekend, but it didn't get out there like that. They kept it. There's definitely something going on. It's like we get to our click time, you know, you get so upset, but people are not even upset. They just bust out and do things. And I don't understand. Population control or what? I don't know.
They distract us so much with the stupid news about democracy and civil rights in Africa and Venezuela that you don't see what the fuck going on right under your goddamn
right under your nose. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's true.
Now, I'm gonna give you some numbers that even more fucked up because I was looking like the statistic. You know, I got to do my statistic. Did you know that every 68 seconds an American gets sexually assaulted here?
Every what?
Every 68 seconds.
Stop.
Yeah, that's the RAIN. RAIN is a nonprofit organization that tracks those statistics. The same way I have the what's the name, gun violence. That's another nonprofit. That's how I track the mass shooting that's happening in the United States. So RAIN is one too. So he said that they're saying that on average there are 463,000 victims of rape and sexual assault each year in the United States. 500,000 people. That's fucked up. You know, so I used to give steak eye to India because in India, every 16 minutes, a woman gets raped. But we're way, 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 way worse.
68 seconds.
We're way, way worse. And we're way less. We're like, what, a third of India? Because India has 1.3 or 1.2 billion. Yeah, oh my God. And I got, what's the other numbers? No, it's jacked up. Like, here, I was reading this, and that's statistic for 2021. 2021. Okay. That one says that in 2019, over 652,000 women were raped. 40% of women in the US have encountered sexual violence, inevitably. It says nearly 80% of female sexual assault victims experienced their first assault before the age of 25. Yeah, that's us. Me, it wasn't Haiti. You know, it's just always got those thirsty old man who that was only 16. And come here, come and talk to me. Like, motherfucker, he could be my grandfather. What the fuck wrong with you? I'm like, can't you see I'm 16? What's wrong with you? That's what the fuck?
That's what they want. That's crazy.
Yeah, like, come on, man. Like, is it, around 20% of American male have been victim of sexual violence. Yep. They said a quarter of male victim of sexual assault were under the age of 10. That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Sorry.
Yeah. So these are rape statistics show that less than 20% of rape are reported. Yeah, because you know, you gotta go through the rape kit and what the fuck?
Right.
Nobody want to go through that shit. And then people are gonna start asking you a question about what happened, especially if it was very, very traumatic. You don't want to talk about that. So I guess you gotta work on that first, and the sensitivity about it, you know, how to approach people about it, and then people will talk about it. Especially if it's a man, you know. I don't think not any man. Oh, talk about men. Let me tell y'all a story. I mean, I don't know if it's funny because I laugh, but it's not really funny. It's just
it's not funny.
I'm not with your delivery.
Okay. This is what happened, and that's been happening to women a lot, way more to women than men. So this dude was dating another dude. So the dude, he kind of like they broke up because I don't know there's a disagreement. But this is the dude that he broke up with. This is what he started to do. He created, and that's how that's the lawsuit again dating site started. Because it was on Tinder. He created like 100 profile on Tinder where he says that he likes to be sexually assaulted at his workplace. He would write the guy telephone number and address, physical address, and the workplace physical address, and this dude would show up sexually prepared to fuck him. Yeah, that was in all the news. It was a major thing in the news.
But this dude wants it at the workplace. What are his boss supposed to be at, right? Well, his boss will give you a little raise if you help me bust my cookies.
They'll be like, nigga, I will stab you. What the fuck?
President.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So every time he would delete a profile, another profile would pop up.
You know, it's the express.
I mean, it's not funny, damn. Is that funny? But damn.
No. Oh boy, you're so unique.
I mean, imagine, man, just doing your job, running my fucking business, and some horny motherfucker show up with that dick ready. Oh, let's do it. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, they actually made it a crime. They call it revenge porn. That's a crime. They do something like that. It's called revenge porn. Because the women, they go buck wild with the women. They put their naked picture all over the place. Have men bullying them, harassing them. The same thing. One girl said she just got from work and the dude was waiting for her already. Like so she ran. Like, what the fuck? That's some fucked up shit, man. That's a new level of evil, man. That's a new level of evil.
Don't spit up that water now.
Oh my gosh.
No?
I'll take short sips because I end up spitting this thing all over my equipment. For real. Came there ready.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
But you got one case. Look, for all the things that we discover, for all the things that we find out about, there's a lot of stuff going on that's real weird that we'll just
never know.
Down. There's a lot of weird stuff. I catch stuff, I see stuff, but there's a lot of weirdo stuff out here. Some jokers are weird.
No, I mean, my thing is, why would you date? I mean, there's this thing too. Like, I gotta find the statistic. Because people who've been victim of rape or sexual assault, they're more likely to be victim of rape all over again.
Wonder why.
Yeah. To me, it's a vibrational thing. Like, like the abuser can smell it. They know.
Yes.
That's exactly. Especially the fucking psychopath. They know that's exactly what they're looking for.
Yes. Mm-hmm. There's an energy. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very vibrational for me.
Yeah.
I think it is. Like there was this scandal in one of the Catholics, or always the Catholic school, man. Always the Catholic school,
Real.
always the priest.
Gravitate.
This guy would have the girl confess to him. And unfortunately, some of those girls were victims of sexual assault in their own house. But they met this, before you know it, this priest not only was raping them, he was pimping them.
Oh my God.
That's why it was such a scandal. It was such a difficult to arrest him, because the mayor was involved, the sheriff, all kind of police officers, businessmen. They would come and rape those girls.
I don't trust none of them.
Yeah, it's just like I said, I don't know, if it's a girl. This girl was like when it started, she was like 13. She said when it stopped is when she finally graduated, and she married a guy, and that stopped. But the thing is, she got like 10 brothers and sisters, and nobody never noticed that. I mean, really, you never realized that she was being assaulted? You don't see the sign? You just don't see something is off with her? But the good thing is those same brothers and sisters who helped, built the case against the priest. That's the good part about it. Because once they realized what happened, because she never talked about it until I think she saw the priest and something, and that broke her down, and she told what happened. And that's when they started doing investigation. And the brothers that her sibling actually helped her, and they built the case, a legal case against the priest. But it's just like they said, I know they're smelling on you or something. That's why you have to be very, very discriminating. I mean, first of all, if you tell your partner no, he doesn't understand the meaning of and no, then maybe you shouldn't be with this motherfucker.
True.
Male or female. Male or female.
True.
If you don't understand, no means no. So you don't want to do this, then they should understand you don't want to do this. Stop.
True. Okay?
If this person always making you feel like shit, always talking down to you, and you know when they're talking down to you, because sometimes you're lonely because you were conditioned, programmed to believe that you cannot live by yourself. So you're willing to let any kind of abuse, any kind of verbal abuse pass, just because you do not want to be alone. That is fucked up. That's how it starts. Guys start with the manipulation. Before you know it, you believe that you deserve to be beaten. And before you know it, your head be banging all walls in the house.
Yeah.
Because every time they're like, oh, why the victim doesn't leave? Because the abuser have been training their mind for years. Okay? So it's basically you're going to need to reprogram their mind once you get them out of the abuse. Because every time the victim go right back to the abuser. Like, what the fuck?
Like a homing pigeon.
Exactly. And that's the thing too, and that's why I know we need to pay attention to the sign, because some of those victims of sexual assault or of rape, they become rapists themselves.
Oh.
Yes, some of them become rapists themselves. I just don't know the statistic, but there was this article from Canada that was saying, 23%. 23% of the sexually abused male, they become perpetrators too. Yeah, that's messed up.
And the women, do they even have any statistics on the women? But besides being promiscuous, I guess that's the other side of it.
Yeah, but male or women, the men who's there's something's up for them to be like that. Something's up.
That's another topic for another day.
Exactly.
That's a deep one too.
Yeah. So what are the other topics that we were going to talk about? Just so that we...
Cult.
Oh.
Specific cult in America. Cult. Because I was watching this documentary about California. There are thousands of gurus in California alone. Thousands.
Out here in the crowd.
Yeah, I know. Maybe we should make our own sect or something. I think we're in the wrong business. We're making no money. God damn it. You know? There's this African one, or American one. I don't know, because this guy like he's a trip. Because I saw him like shh, 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 shh. Like, and you see them white girls. Like, yeah, I made me feel I was slap the shot of him.
Caught the spirit.
You know? It's like this South African pastor asking all the women to give their panties, and they're willingly give it. Like, no, me, you
yes.
Where they had the ones on the beach when they had to kiss them behind.
I remember that one. Yes.
Yeah.
No.
See, that is the height of Christianity brainwashing.
Mm-hmm.
That is the absolute height.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That you can tell someone to take off their underclothes and give it to you, or bend over so that the pastor can kiss your ass so you can get a husband. Leave me single. Shit. leave me single.
You know, and this is the funny part about the South African, because it was a black guy, a Brit that was doing the documentary. So when he saw the girls getting the sexy lingerie, he got a pair of drawers. He brought it to his drawers to be built. And the pastor, that was funny. That was really funny.
I'm gonna find something out here in Africa. I'm gonna find some church that's doing something funny, because there's a lot of them out here who do funny stuff.
They're doing some stupid stuff, man.
I'm going undercover, and I'm wearing a tiny little recorder, a body cam. And I'm gonna go right up in that bad boy. Yes, I am.
Yeah.
They're gonna know you, sir. They're gonna know you.
Exactly.
Not with a fake mustache and fake hair. Like I'm going bald. I'm gonna leave it bald on top and put some on the side and get a little. They won't know. I'll put a mask on. That's half of it right there, right? Hiding everything.
Yeah, like this black guy, the black guru. And that's why he got me really fucking irritated. He said he got his juju from his grandmother who was Haitian. I'm like, please keep my nation away from that bullshit. Yeah, but he's making really good. It's $1,000 per session with him. So you already know my broadcast cannot show up in front of his house. It's $1,000 per session for him to be like, shh, shh, shh. Okay, no problem.
$1,000.
I'm like, I will like, give me a refund, motherfucker. This is stupid. No, what the give me a refund.
Oh, Lance, you might actually find the church where the pastor was showing the congregation how they should, or showing the men how they should make love to their woman.
Whoa.
All he was doing free advertising for the women who are single or married who wanted some extra stuff. Yeah. They say, oh, they're doing this, and well, maybe that'll get with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thing I ever heard of in a church. I wasn't there. I heard about it from people where they had the marriage counseling and singles night. And the wife was she signed off of it, the so-called first lady. This is somewhere in South North Carolina, somewhere in there. I got to really find out. But for women who didn't know how to perform oral sex on their potential mate or their husband,
gosh,
the pastor was there to make sure that the techniques were going through as far as the nerve endings and feeling real good. And the first lady would be like, no, suck it this way. No. Okay. How is it? Yes, it's good. So and so. Okay. All right. I hear all kind of things. I'm gonna find that one out.
Yeah, there's for example, there's this scandal that always happened in Haiti too. When the female worshipers, the pastor, they come with that private session, you know, to experience the Holy Ghost, and the Holy Ghost is actually a hard dick inside of you. So,
A horny ghost. That's what it is. There ain't no ghost, it's a dude.
yeah, that spins inside your dumb ass. That's for sure. And every time the scandal broke out because all them girls get pregnant at the same time. Like, I don't even feel bad for you because you're stupid. I don't feel bad for you. Like this, what's the name of that sect? That guy just got arrested for human trafficking and sex trafficking. This dude was cow branding the women.
Putting his mark on it, huh?
Yeah, like you know, that hot thing. Put the mark on them, like you.
Oh yeah. I
And
forgot
then
what his name is.
He would rape them and also pimp them too.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You know, I feel bad that you got raped, but you should have known better.
That's right.
You know, I mean, like this is my problem. Why? Just because some asshole in a suit said that he's a guru, you already like this. You know, you don't do your research. You don't question anything. You're already like this. But you know, it's not one of us though. You know, it's always like those rich motherfuckers, because they don't want us. They don't want you. They don't want me. And they don't want you. You got no money. You know, they charge $1,000 per session. You got $1,000 per session? Shit, I ain't giving that money.
The pastor who took that $60,000, he has it.
Exactly. Like there was this guy who killed several people, and how do you go? You know, when you put them in a sweat tent, he killed several people.
The sweat lodge.
Yeah. He went in prison for like 10 years, and he came back in force, baby. He actually started his grand opening in Vegas, telling people he will charge them $50,000 per seminar, but since it's the first day, there's a sale. You're getting it for $30,000.
Wow. You see, the reason why those people could die is because they're going to sit there when they tell. And no, I take that back, because they lock them in those places. They put them into those sweat lodges and they lock them in.
Yeah, and they give them drugs too. That's why them girls of Charles Manson did what they did. They were really, because they were really brainwashed.
Right.
You know, anytime drug is always involved. Drug is always involved.
Then you have to look at the fact that there's something about that money, or like when you have to pay a whole lot of money. There's some of us who, if some type of consultation or dealings were real, and it was at a fair price, folks wouldn't believe it. But when you amp it up and make it seem to be something of value, you know, like I mean, where you got to pay for this thing and it's exclusive, people believe it more and go for it more. You know, it's just like if I was to give a person a car and say, okay, here's a car I have. It's a kind of old Toyota Yaris. They might take it if they have to get around. But there's the next person giving away a brand new Mercedes Benz. I'm giving this away. They're going to say, the hell with you. Because people have this thing in their mind, and I don't know, they will give more if you ask more. Like you get people on YouTube. Well, you need to give me one. So, or, you know, a famous person in our community, you know, that wants donations and says it 3 times at a time. That's not enough. That's enough. That's not enough. You need to donate. That's not, you know, it's just crazy. And they do it.
And they do it.
They just do it.
Yeah.
Like this poor lady here. Yeah. There's this poor lady here in Miami who gave $2,000 and then paid her rent, and now she got evicted. I don't feel bad.
I don't feel sorry for. No, I don't feel sorry for that either.
I really don't feel bad for you, because you're stupid. You're real.
Well, that's just like if you're selling goods and services and stuff like that. If you undercut yourself, people don't value what you have to offer. No. Where's the volume?
I think she muted herself. Beatrice,
my bad. Okay. I said the same pastor. that was like asking for the panties. He even offered a live exorcism, where this woman showed up and said that she got a demon in her vagina.
Oy.
You see my face.
Mm-hmm.
All the places the demon had to be. It has to be in your goddamn vagina.
Oh, wait for the monthly
I
to
already
come.
know what kind of demons in your vagina, bitch. What's my point?
I don't know. I think I learned a few of those. I had the demonic stuff.
But now you see the pastor is stepping on her crotch. Demon, I rebuke thee! On her Demon, I rebuke thee! Stomping on her vagina. Like, whoa! Whoa!
Yo, he'll be stabbing it with something else.
Yeah, I'm watching the documentary. I'm like, he fucking all of them. I'm like, nah, he fucking all of them. Cause y'all cannot be that stupid. No, y'all thirsty. Thirsty.
And those same people will condemn a prostitute.
Yep.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I hesitate that, yeah, gay people and prostitutes like that.
Yeah, just like that.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
I think the craziest. I mean, there's some of them that were dangerous, like Jim Jordan, where like 200 people died being poisoned, right? But there's this one, the Buddha film. This guy only wanted, just like Charles Manson, he only wanted the rich one and the really pretty one. That's all he would like. Just like in Scientology, he like the same victim. He has them look for more victims. Like that's why he want pretty ones. Because if you're pretty, then all the pretty people are coming. I don't understand. How come it's always rich people who get like hooked in that bullshit?
They're searching for money's no issue, so they look for other things. They're the most lost people. We look at I'm not saying us here, but we look at them like, wow, they have it all together. They have this car, they have this place, they got money. So we assume that they have it all together. In their personal lives, when they can go to any restaurant, go anywhere, fly anywhere, have more time on their hands, they start thinking crazy. You know, for some of them, for some people, being broke is saving their lives. Because if they would lose it and be into all kinds of stuff. That's what people would say. And they would say, well, you know, with Michael Jackson, he's a weirdo. It's like, listen, he never had a normal life. And I'm just using him as an example. Yep. The bottom line is that if you had the fame and the money that he had, how weird would you be? Right?
Oh, man.
A different kind of food and getting weird with it. You know what I mean? Your life is just different, you know? So, you know, for those of us who are blue collar people working every day, that keeps us in check. That keeps us from becoming our worst enemy because
boredom,
things and twisted things. Well, if you jump off the roof from the third story up and just land on me, you know what I mean? Start thinking of crazy things. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, it's like after the novelty wears off, you know, you can only wear one pair of shoes, drive one car, wear one outfit at a time. I mean, an outfit you can, you know, some people change as many hours as there are in a day. They change an outfit, you know, but
that's exhausting.
After a while, you know, boredom sets in. So you start looking for something to, exactly. You know, they're looking for the next excitement.
I'll see the crazy stories for tomorrow night. I got all kind of stuff going through my head now.
Yeah. but here's the kicker with this guy who was asking for the pretty one. I mean, how come none of them like stop and say who this guy is? Where the fuck he came from? The guy was a porn star, okay? A gay porn star. So yeah, he was a gay porn star. So you can imagine whatever moves, you know, whatever male, female, whatever you were, he was fucking them, all of them. And and he would like favorite all of them so nobody would know who he's fucking.
Oh my gosh.
You know?
Right.
So me, when I see them victims, oh, he abused me, he used me. I'm like You know, I don't agree that he sexually assaulted you, okay? But just because the guy said a goo, you were already like this. You didn't ask any question whatsoever.
Right.
I mean, from the point where the guy's touching me, I'd be like, you know what, motherfucker, we're good, we're good. Playtime's over. What the fuck? Playtime's over. No. What kind of guru is that? No touching. No touching. No touching. I don't care. No touching. Bedtime's over. But they just let shit happen. That made no sense. It's because that's the thing. Oh, I would die for you. I would leave everything for you. Oh, why? Because he's not gonna die for you.
Right. Right.
For sure. He's not gonna die for you.
But so many people have it wrong that if they feel just a little bit of that, you know, even if they know it's lopsided, it's like, I belong here. You know, you don't know how people process affection or attention.
Right.
Some, you know, you could be beating their backside and he loves me, you know. We all have different. So some people, you know, love that kind of proximity. It's just strange, but we can't understand it. I'm not even saying it's legit, but we just can't understand that weird stuff.
Yeah.
That's
so
it.
My advice to them parents is cut them off. Disown them. And you'll see that girl will drop them like they're hot. Because they're sucking them for their money. Cut them off. Because that's it. All they need is the money. Cut them off. That disown them. Because this is ridiculous. It's what happened with Jackie Chan. Because his daughter, he hired a tutor for his daughter. And this bitch started molesting his daughter, who's only 16 years old. He brainwashed her so much that he had her living with her now, living together as a couple. He just cut her off. Yeah, he disowned her. And before you know it, the girl dropped her because she got no money anymore.
Exactly.
That's what you should do. Cut them off. Yeah, they'll suffer, but they'll be alive. They'll be alive and they'll be free. Because once there's no money, they're going to have to drop them. They got no money. Yeah, because the thing is with the call, because you've been in there for so long, that even if the call that broke down, like you left it, it takes years for them to be deprogrammed.
Yes.
Years.
Yes.
Because, like, for example, Scientology, when you watch, what's her name, Leah Remini, she always saying that the religion could be good. I'm like, bitch, Scientology is no good. Why are you saying you could fix it? Why you keep saying there's good stuff about it? There's nothing good about Scientology.
Right.
It's the devil. Right? It's ruled by white devils. Because Miscavige, he bitch slap everybody. Everybody. And of course, everybody got money. Well, not only his bit, yeah, they say he just get on the table and whoever is like punching and slapping and kicking. And then if he feels like he's like a ruler, like a king, if he feels like it, he puts you in prison. Imagine in America, one white devil is putting another white devil in prison. I've never heard anything like that.
That's not my fight. Let them keep on doing it. But
Exactly.
I never heard anything like that.
I really don't know that. I don't think that when the person who started that whole movement, I don't really believe that was the direction he expected it to go in.
What the fuck wrong with your brain, bruh? What do you mean you have one dude? He's not the police. He's not the judge. He's not the prosecutor. He's not the mayor. And how he gonna put you in the prison exactly?
Right.
And this ain't about the $1 million contract. What the fuck? $1 million contract servitude? No, you lost your damn mind. Forget that shit. That's crazy. You lost your mind. Yeah, because that's the thing. Go ahead.
Well, I just wanted to throw a little thought in there. I have to try to catch this and videotape it. You know, the police here will take out like this little long stick thing and beat you with it. Like
just because?
Well, it seems like it, right? It seems like when down in the Medina market where I would go the street and you would see no stoplight and the cars would just stop. They put a chain over that because I guess accidents kept happening and nobody wanted to walk over the overpass because you had to walk all the way down there or all the way up there. So at the corner where you can cross over without going to the overpass, they have police right there. And they're telling you, go over. And if somebody acts like they want to walk across the street, they whip out this thing. Pop, 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 pop. I mean, what? I'm going to go down there. I'm going to go down to the camera and hang out over there and show you. I'm talking about like, they're not like, I mean, there's no need for that, but they do that. Grown people. Pop, pop. I know. Yeah, to keep them in.
I believe you.
Yeah.
I believe you.
Yeah, that's the truth. Ask any Ghanaian that in a crime. I don't know if they do that anywhere else, but they do it right there. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Is this a joke? I mean, I don't know what this stick is. If it opens up, I just see it, right? And it pop, pop. I mean, and they're putting
serious abuse of authority. Serious abuse. Yeah.
No, but it's like they're allowed to do that. That's what they're walking around. I've seen it before, different places. It's not like one person doing that and getting away. If you're standing there trying to cross the street, which they have signs and everything, you have to go to the overpass, okay? But somebody starts walking, they walk, hey, no, you can't cross. Pop, 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 pop. Hey, and they go over.
That's fucked up. That's really fucked up.
Yes. That's fucked up. I'm not lying. Any Ghanaian that's going to watch this show will tell you. Yeah.
No.
Not in every case, but in that case.
I'm not surprised because in Haiti, that's what they used to do. Probably they still do it. Like, when carnival and, they just pick on anybody and just start beating on you. They don't give a shit. Because it got so bad that there was even a musician, a very well-known musician. Oh, they beat the shit out of the poor guy, man. Whoa. Yeah. I don't know what. I mean, especially like if you're black, man. Come on, man. It's a
basic human rights just went out the window right there.
Yeah, like what the fuck? That's not even human right. You're black just like you, man. Why you gotta do that?
Exactly.
And that's the thing. They're like monkey see, monkey do. What they're doing, well, I can't do it. That's what I gotta tell you. Monkey see, monkey do. I ain't right. Yeah, I remember once in Haiti, I was I was walking by, and it was like a bender. One hit the other car. I mean, a truck hit another car. So of course, they started get out of the car and start fighting, like cussing each other out. But then a police car came in, and the police just grabbed his mic. It's like, advance dogs. And without saying anything, they just left. When I saw that, I was so upset. I cried, man. I'm like, wow. Like, that's fucked up, So not only, you cannot say shit about your car being hit, you're a dog too.
Right.
What the fuck?
Wow.
They're black just like you.
I don't think that matters anymore.
That's why I call them Stockholm Syndrome Negroes.
Exactly. What's topic number 3?
That was it, the cults.
Oh, that was 2 and 3?
Yeah, that was that. Yeah, the second one was that, like, the sexual assault, like, to be discriminative, and the third one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that was number 3.
Wow. Well, how we feeling?
I laughed.
Oh, I'm good. Girl, I had chocolate, so I'm okay. Yeah.
Boy, that delivery or something else, right?
Yeah, because I was helping a customer. I'm like,
oh.
That was so funny. I'm like, I'm out. He's like, are you there? Are you there? Oh, yeah, I'm here. Yeah. Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Can I tell you that happened to me? That happened to me on the job. First day, well, not really first day, but first time I was sitting with my manager, and she was going over, like how the job, works, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And she was as boring as all get up. And I swear to God, I fell out several times. It was the most embarrassing thing. I literally, I fell out.
With my manager, because I forgot to mute my mic before they heard me snoring. They heard me snoring, but I'm tired. Sorry, I'm tired. They're kind of exhausted.
People on the show one time, they couldn't see me. I was like, whoa.
Oh, yeah, I've heard you.
Yeah, definitely. My jokes tomorrow.
Is he there? Oh yeah, he's there.
Yeah, he's there. Yeah, but it's kind of tough because you guys sit for like 16 hours or something, 12 seats in the bus. Yeah, that's exhausting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Lance was burning the candle at both ends.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Oh,
he was.
Wow. That's
Well,
yeah. You come home to do a show in the morning, a live show or recorded. Usually it's live, and come home and finish out 1 o'clock and do a second job for a couple hours. Then come home and do a live show, and then go to bed for 3 or 4 hours and get up, do a show again, see what's happening in the news or something to talk about, and then go on and go to work and drive 11 hours.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah,
and never have an accident that I never started. I've been hit before lots of times, but just always on point that way. But toward the end, it was like I started feeling it. Toward the end, I started feeling it. We had some bus drivers we had one guy, I was doing an 8 one time, and I know Beatrice remembers these bus routes, and I was coming down Holden, and I had to make the left on OBT, and there's a little stop right there, not the first stop, but the second stop where it has that little indentation where you can kind of drive in. And this is what I saw when the driver, when I pulled up next to him, because it was a bus, I caught up to him, and I'm like, the way, sometimes you catch up to the bus ahead of you because they get laden down with people or traffic or something happens. I pull up next to him. He's like this.
Oh, hell no.
So the people in the back, this was late, right? They would sleep too. And it was just
Get
one
out.
He was wide awake just looking. Yeah. So I honked on him. I made him get a supervisor catch him like that. He'd get in trouble. And he was like, looked at me for a long time to kind of make sense of what was going on. And then I said, man, come on.
Oh my God.
I mean, he was knocked out. He was knocked out.
Gosh.
I remember one night there was a poor lady. She was a bus driver. I'll throw a few little stories out. A bus driver also. And she was taking some type of medication. And they knew it, but I think she took too much. And legally she could drive with this medication, but she was disoriented. And this is the time when back in the day when they used to have the radio transmissions where everybody can hear it. But now it's just, only where you got to pick the phone up and listen. But back then they were like, okay, where are you? I think I'm on.
Oh, she's fucked up.
She's
all fucked up.
You know what she said? I'm by Cocoa Beach. Cocoa Beach, man.
She's all fucked up. Wow.
And she was but there was nobody on the bus though, but she was driving around. Here's one more I'll say. This is a funny one. I told it before, right? It was and there was a vehicle, there was a bus that broke down right on God, what is it? It was right there it was a 21 route, and it was by Central Avenue, right where what's the street here? I forgot. But once you pass the Citrus Bowl, there's a street right there, and there's a little stop, this little beauty parlor right there. And it broke down. So there was a supervisor trying to tell this other bus driver who was supposed to had finished their route by this time, and they were bringing the bus back. with no passengers, and they were coming from way out on the east side. You know, because sometimes out there, it depends. It's not always when you end downtown. So I heard it over the radio. They said, "Listen, we need you to get over there by Central." Oh, it was Tampa Avenue. Yeah, we need to get for you to get over there by Central and Tampa. Central and Tampa. You know, do you read me? Whatever. She says, yes. It should only take about, you know, a certain amount of time, whatever. And she wasn't listening or whatever. So I went down all the way, came back up, and it was on my second trip back out. I'm like, that bus is still here. And the supervisor, once they give you an order or something to do, they kind of like, they're not on it. They're playing cards and on their laptops watching porn and doing different stuff. So all of a sudden I hear, you know, whatever the number was, 1952, because my number was 1756, right? So there'll never be another one like that, right? 1952, could you give us your 20? Well, I'm almost there. What do you mean? This is 2 hours went by, or 2.5 hours went by. Yeah, but I'm stuck in traffic now. I'm close, but the traffic, I just can't move. Listen, it was only supposed to take 20 minutes to get over there. No, not where you told me to go. Where are you? I told you to go to Central in Tampa. She's like, I'm almost in Tampa. She went all the way.
But that's what he said.
That's what he said. And she's a new driver. She didn't know. Yeah. He was so angry, but that's what he said. He said he didn't say Tampa Avenue. Yeah, he said Tampa. You know, she said, I'm going to Tampa to find out where Central was in Tampa. And I couldn't get her in trouble.
Oh my God.
You couldn't think like, why would you want an Orlando bus in Tampa? Come on, man. Use a goddamn common sense.
I know.
Use a goddamn common sense.
I know. She took it all the way. She jumped on the highway. And
listen, she was new.
So they said, okay, she was already done. And they had to pay her because it was their mistake.
Right. She was, you know what? She was new, and she was just trying to do the best job. And I can guarantee you, she was trying to do the best job. So when he said go do XYZ, she jumped on it, and she just knew she was doing the best thing.
She got the good time.
She was not street smart, that's for sure. I mean,
but the other lady. The other lady that was on the medication or something like that, it was something that she could take legally and drive, wouldn't make her sleepy. She had some kind of condition. And I think she took a little too much. And she wasn't she about maybe late 50s or something. And she wasn't in good shape. I don't mean running and jumping around, but I mean just, you know, she looked older than what she was. And she was worn down. And I know she had some kind of issue or whatever, but she acted normal and everything. But this was the thing. They were trying to direct her on how to get back home. And she was saying, I don't know. She was disoriented.
She all fucked up.
Oh, gosh.
So they had to use the thing with the GPS thingy and go out.
To find her,
Yeah, and bring her back because she was driving around out there for like about 2 hours. They like, where are you? And they checked it.
Oh, my gosh.
And she was driving like she was driving a route. She's like, I see this street right here. I think I'm supposed. She thought she was on a route. I think I'm supposed to turn here. Yes, there's a bus stop over there.
No, she's sleep driving. Yeah. She's sleep driving. Come on.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's sad, but it was funny because they were like, we got to go out there. You know, and then she's like,
what the fuck?
She's like, do I get a break? Do I get a break? Because actually, she was driving out in circles out there for the longest time.
Wow.
It was time to be off. Yeah. How about this guy who used to go? I forget, it was Valencia College East, because by Kirkman Road, right below. They have Valencia College West, and the 21 goes in there. That was a route that I did a lot of.
Yeah,
but that went out to the east side, somewhere around Valencia. This is a story I was told before. When you first start working there, they tell you the old war stories, the things that happen, of what you don't want to have happen. So there's a bus driver who was relatively new. He had this route, but it was a very long layover, and it was at nighttime. I've done those, and if you're kind of tired, you'll fall asleep. Not me, really. I never had that problem, but some guys, they have sleep issues. If it was now, maybe it would happen, because I find myself sometimes crashing hard. I was supposed to do something last night, and Empress LG was like, "Hey, are you up?" You know what I mean? I was out early. I woke up 6 o'clock this morning. That's crazy. I'm still up too. But anyway, he had this long layover, and passengers and it wasn't much passengers this time of night. The school was closed down. They had a subdivision across the street. Maybe one person at this last particular trip, once out of the 5 days or 4 days that they're working, might get on there, and that's it. And maybe they'll pick up 1 or 2 people working at one of the fast food joints coming down a major street. But he was befriended by a young lady who was always there, that always came around and would talk with him, whatever. And they found out was smoking crack. And then they found that they both were smoking crack. And so he would bring the crack on the bus and they would smoke crack and get busy on the bus.
Nice.
Until the time they were supposed to leave one of these nights, they were sleeping. Like, how do you smoke crack and sleep? That's what I want to know. But they were having sex on the bus and kind of fall. Now, how do you sleep on the bus? Like, we're going to be romantic. And no, you sleep over there, I sleep over here, but lay back. So after it was a pattern where the bus was there and they could see that the bus was there through the whole GPS thing, but they were leaving 45 minutes late, leaving an hour late. And like I said, the supervisors were very lax because they're not going to be on everything. It's not like an air traffic control center where you're going to be on it because it's planes and stuff like that. So they sent a supervisor out there. Went to the bus, and they were back there asleep. The girl was asleep, and half her clothes were off. His uniform wasn't all the way on. He can smell the crack, but he can't say it was crack. You know what I mean? So they tested him and found out that, and had to fire him. Yep. All kinds of stories.
Yeah,
wow.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
That is.
Crackhead bus drivers probably even dating. Just to get
more than we know, right?
Yeah.
The world's like a video game. For real.
Best route.
That's crazy.
We had one bus driver that he was about to retire, and he just didn't give a damn. He was like a nasty old dude. It kind of remind you like of Sanford and Son, Red Fox and Sanford and Son. He would get up off of the seat, like he would leave a little late, like 10 minutes late, because he didn't want to have to keep stopping for the time points. But when he would sit there and eat and get up real slow and cock his leg up like a dog, get ready to piss on the hydrant and fart. And he would go, yes, and sit down and start driving. Somebody couldn't take it. They would complain on him. Why would you do something like that?
That's disgusting. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I ought to go to the bathroom or something. That's disgusting.
I know. People swiping the card under their back. You nasty ass.
Somebody you should come with Lysol every time you do that.
I know.
Disgusting.
Some of the drivers had Lysol for some of the passengers. Seriously. Because some of them there were some smells that I called on that bus that I have never smelled before in my life.
I know.
There's one dude who stunk. So I tasted the funk. That's how strong it was.
Oh my gosh.
We're affected for the rest of the day.
You were nice. I remember some of the bus drivers like, no, you're not getting in the bus. You're not getting in the bus. I remember somebody like, no, you're not getting in the bus. You
remember the 4 route when it used? Well, they don't have the 4 anymore. What do they call it now?
Oh, it's not 4 anymore. Wow.
But yeah, they split it because the 4 would go all the way out to the next county.
Yeah.
The long route. Yeah, Osceola. Yeah, they don't do that no more. I think it's the 108, and it goes down 107, and then the next one is 108. 107 would stop at the Florida Mall, and you know how it would go around the 4 and then keep going. That was too long of a route, and that's where the homeless wanted to get on that route and sleep because it was a long route. And hey, it's the end of no, I'm going downtown. Wait a second, you got on downtown, so you get a good spot. I remember this guy with one leg cut off at the knee. He had one leg, he had crutches. This guy would scare Darth Vader. This guy was evil, black man. And I don't know if he ate where he lived. He wasn't dirty, but his face was evil. Wow. Evil. Like his intent. I'm not scared of nobody like that, but I'm just saying it's scary to see that kind of intent. And
psychopath.
No, he was. And so he'd sit there, right? And he'd get up on with his crutches and he would not pay. I'm not paying anything. And he would just start talking under his breath and staring at the bus driver. I hate you.
No, obviously got a mental illness. Yeah.
No, he was demonic, but the way he was staring and whatnot. So, certain bus drivers would do certain things and mess up with him. Some of the younger bus drivers, he's getting off with his little crutches. And he was about maybe 50 years old, 50-something years old. So, and he was strong looking too. So some of the bus drivers would stop for him, whatever. And then if they didn't lower the bus, because if it's lowered, you can't move. But if it was up high, he'd get off, they'd pull off as soon as one leg is
That's so evil.
No, he was evil. He deserved it. Glass, whatever. So on the way back, well, that wasn't me. I'm just saying, right? On the way back.
Okay.
No, it wasn't me.
Okay.
I did a trip with him, whatever. But I was like, good, he's gone. So I went down to my layover, and it was late. It was after 1 o'clock in the morning. Hardly nobody was on the bus. I'm flying down, and I see him put the crutch out, and I slowed down a little bit, and he's walking.
And then you took off.
I took off again. And he was because he knew that was the last one, But yeah, he was.
My gosh.
Wow.
But there was this other guy who was on the bus and was annoyed that this guy would get on like this all the time. So what he did after he got off, he went over, he ran up behind him and said, bus driver, hold on, man. I'm going to bust a leak real quick. I mean, it's going to take a leak, right? He ran over to the crutch guy behind him and snatched his crutches. And the crutch guy with the one leg at the knee, he was hopping on. I'm not making fun, but he was so evil, he deserved it. He was hopping, trying to run after him, but he was hopping, and screaming out whatever. And the guy took the crutches and threw the crutches. So I'm thinking, how did he pick the crutches up? Just on one leg.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Oh my gosh.
Evil. He would be the bad guy on a science fiction movie. The way his face looked, the lines in his face, he just kept it evil so much it just froze that way.
Wow.
If he smiled, he'd die. Put it that way. He would just get on money. And there were women like old white women who were driving the bus saying, I'm scared of him. I'm scared for my life. I think he's gonna do something. And he and just sneak you and just scare you. And you're on the camera, you can't say anything. So I got tired one time. I just looked at him. I said, man, whatever you're gonna do, just go ahead and do it. Because how am I gonna be scared of somebody who there's no martial arts that good in the world that you got one leg and you're gonna kick my behind. No way.
Right.
You're gonna do a flying kick, you're gonna land on your butt if you know what I mean. I'm not making fun of it. I'm just saying he was evil with it. You want to kick somebody behind and you got one leg cut off at the knee. What you gonna do? Flying kick and hit me? Nah. You got no leverage on your punches. You're going to be on one leg, yeah, come on with it. Come on. Let's go. Nah, don't work that way. No way.
For real.
That guy took the guy's crutches and he was hopping. Man, that was... I wish I had a camera with me. That particular point. That would have been funny. Wow.
Well, he bust a leak all right.
Crazy.
I'm going to talk about the whole bus thing. There's so many memories and mysteries, things that you see and you're like, I can't believe I'm seeing this.
Right.
Nasty people, funny, mysterious. Look, Orlando, I'll say it this, and I know Beach is probably winding down, but it's infested with agents. I know Central Florida, especially Orlando, is infested with government agents. Yes. Because I watch for stuff like that. I look for rhythms. I see certain people what are you doing out here? I've seen bums get up and go in Chevy Tahoes with government plates and white men in there. That was and all the antennas and stuff. I'm like, yeah, okay, I know what time it is. They're dudes that they pay to walk out in the street up and down certain designated areas. They just
I would not be surprised at all.
Hmm?
Because Orlando's one of the capital of human trafficking, so I would not be surprised. So
Right.
there's
Drunks out
money.
there,
Even
know how
that
to act,
agent,
right?
they might be drug dealers or whatever. Yeah, tricks.
You never know. You never know.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah.
I was kind of reminiscent about driving the bus out there, and there's an aspect of it that I do. I'm not gonna say I miss it. Like I'm gonna go back to America and drive and go work and drive. No, I'm not doing that. I'm just saying there was a certain camaraderie with certain people and faceless people that don't know their names and say, wow, whatever happened to this person? Whatever. It's a trip.
Right.
It's a real trip. It's a trip. I got so many stories from that place to tell, in a funny way, a lot of funny stories,
Right.
Yeah, probably that's one of the reason why I inspire you to do the shows too, because you see so many things going on.
Yeah. I have to keep my sanity. My head would be so full of thoughts and memories. I'd be walking around with a head this big, for real.
Yeah.
I was going through Richmond Heights one night, and I told this story before. I've told a lot of stories down to the years here and there. There's a whole lot of them. I'm sitting there. It's my last run on the 319 from Washington Shores going into Richmond Heights, which is a black middle class, maybe lower middle class. I hate to say that, but that's what it was. It got kind of hoodish after the crack thing got, and you go in, come out. It was like a real easy trip to go in there. And when you came out, it was like, I'll never forget, it's like 12:48. Once you got to Washington Shores, you had to sit there till 12:48 in a layover. And when the bus is like by itself late at night and you're in a layover and people in the neighborhood know, you get crackheads, you get drunks, you get people who are looking to do crazy stuff. And you're sitting there. So you're kind of like, do you stay on the bus and cut the lights down or do you stay outside? I was relaxed, but you got to be careful when cars roll up. You don't know what's going to go on, right? So I was going in. I remember 12:05 was when you could leave Washington Shores to go in Richmond Heights and come back out. And whatever time you got back after the middle time point there, you had to stay until 12:48 before you leave to go downtown. And usually at that time, you might get one or two people. But this night I had nobody in the bus. So I'm in Richmond Heights and it's like zigzagging these different streets. You got to memorize. It took me a while to know it. I get to the stop sign and this was freezing cold. I mean, like before, even colder. Beatrice, tell people Orlando gets cold sometimes.
It's cold, man. Shit.
Feels like New York sometimes. Yeah, so
cold.
It's cold. So
you need your winter coat.
Right.
It's cold.
I got to the stop sign and I hear dun, 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 not hitting on the door, but a slight vibration, like a slight noise of something hitting, but it was blunt, right? So I hear screaming, but it's not on the bus, it's not near the bus, but it's getting louder. So I stayed by the stop sign, looking at the mirrors to see. I cut the lights off on the inside of the bus, made sure, so out the corner of my right eye, I see coming down the right side, I see something running down. I said, let me stay right here, let them run right across. And it was a woman screaming, and she kept looking back, and she was running so hard, and she had on a pair of earrings, and that's it. She was naked.
Yeah. Yes, I heard you say you had only a pair of earrings. Like,
I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But she was definitely not a crackhead. She wasn't a crackhead. I mean, how do I get healthy with this whole crack? I just didn't get the feeling that quickly now, because it really pulled my eye. Of course, I'm a man. I'm not looking at it like that, but I know what you mean. Right. Even a gay man will look at a woman when her breasts are jumping around, like, "Hey, what's going on in the street in the cold barefoot?" And so she ran behind her, and so all of a sudden they hit dun, 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 the same way.
What?
And it was a dude. I'm surprised I didn't tell you the story. It was a guy running, right? And he had on one sock and he had something else. I thought he was pole vaulting in the Olympics, like, because he was quite happy. And his stuff was droop in front of him. I'm not looking that way, but I'm trying to digest this.
That's a fucked up scene, bro.
No, for real. No, you're going to realize how messed up it really is because he was looking behind them. I'm like, maybe I need to get on out of here. So I was thinking.
They're running for something too.
What are they running from Godzilla or something like that? So all of a sudden I hear a heavier run, but this guy's moving faster. It's a dude running behind them with all his clothes on and a long knife, and that explained everything. I knew what happened.
You already know what's up.
I know what's up.
Oh my God!
I took that bus. I just and when they ran down, they must have run in somebody's yard, but I didn't see any of them because as soon as the last one, and I'm driving, I said, where did they go? He had a long knife. He had a bomber jacket on, jeans.
Oh my God!
He must have came home from work early and caught them in her house because
my God!
The dude was naked, had one sock on. He didn't have a chance to. Maybe that was his thing. Maybe he ran one sock off. You know, dudes like to have sex and keep their socks on. Well, there was a sock out there with DNA evidence on it, probably somewhere. He was grounded. He was running, and he was eventually going to catch them. But I don't know where they ran. So imagine being in your house and hear something in the backyard. Let me go check back in the window. There's a lady right here by the bush. She naked. I know how some of the guys in Richmond Heights are. They're like, yo, man, she don't look bad, man, girl. Come on, you can hide in here. You look good. You know, you have to. The naked woman's coming out. You look good. Either you want death, you already started up. You might as well just finish off over here.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I mean, it's not necessary to run with a knife. What the hell?
You'll be safe, and then you can come, and then you can go.
You are funny. Ha ha.
That's messed up. That's really messed up.
I was a lot of time I'm coming home at night and I'm like, I can't believe this. And I mean, I've seen things all my life, but I mean, just the basic things too. You're sitting at a red light and you see a church lady walking by. You can tell she got the hat. She went to some late service and didn't get a ride home. And she walking, she looked tired. She's clean now, about maybe 60 years old, maybe damn near 70. And then, you know, you look at her, you see, you're not looking at her because you see people older, you look, and then you look away and you look back. And she's squatting there, turned her back to me, taking a dump. And I'm seeing it. Because when the lights were, I'm seeing everything just proop, proop, proop.
Oh, no, that's crazy.
And walked away. Waved
That's
at me
crazy.
too. I'm like, Twilight Zone messes with you.
What?
You ever see two homeless people who look cracked out? They somewhere having sex. There was this one lady. What was the street? Oh God, I keep forgetting this street. But it was in Richmond Heights, Washington Shores area. And there's this guy. He's a crackhead, but he was kind of out of it. He always wore this funky black T-shirt and his black pants, and he would always walk like he's leaning forward, and his lip was always hanging down. Somebody's going to hate us like, yo, I know that dude, because he's probably still out there now. He's out there for years. And then there was another woman, black woman, had to be like about 45 or so, but just a rough, bad 45. And she was always funky with makeup. Why is there always that woman in the neighborhood? You can tell she's funky. She's dirty, but she makes sure to put makeup over the funk, right? And she had a little stroller with a little white baby sitting in there, baby doll, like a baby doll sitting there. And
that's
so
creepy.
She would strategically sit by the bus stop when people are getting off of work, and she had this mini skirt on. And when the bus would come, she kind of like, you know, open her legs a little bit, like on the slide. She would sit next to this pole. So the funky crackhead man that always wore black, who was straight stinking, because I walked past him one time, and before he came around from the back of the bus, I smelled him already. Like the funk was like just coming, just flying.
Oh my God!
I'm driving one night and I see the little bus stop, you know, you can see three people. And I'm looking as I came up, the headlights and everything, and I saw him, but his butt was out, and he was chicka, 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 chicka. And then when I looked again, I pulled up like I was going to stop. Like, what is going on here? It was her, and she had her little baby doll, just getting it from behind. I'm like, this is what y'all do? Could you imagine the smell?
Oh my God!
Yeah. I'm, you know, you just see things.
No, these people are out of it. Obviously, they're out of it. Yeah. Yeah, obvious mental illness involvement.
Yeah.
That has to be. Yes.
The poverty, and there's a lot.
You're
of
not looking, but you're seeing.
Yep, exactly.
I see women go home from their jobs. You know, this is not a lot, but repetition, you get to know over the years. And I stayed in certain neighborhoods driving that, you kind of know, okay, you're getting off at this stop. Even before a person that you know, but you never talk to them, say like a woman, and I look up, she's sitting there and I look up at the, in the little rear view mirror that shows me the inside of us, the people. And I look and I see her, and she looks at me and I'm like, and she'll go like this, she'll nod. So she won't pull the thing, right? She won't pull the thing.
Right.
So I had that kind of connection with everybody. So, she'd get off with a very decent lady, had a Bible, whatever, had to be like about 35 years old, in pretty shapely shape. I'm driving. And so a couple hours later on, did a couple trips. I'm coming by OBT again, by Central. And I see a woman leaning over to a car like she's talking to negotiate because she had a really short mini skirt. The heels, the hair teased up, it was a wig, whatever. And she looked for the bus, and I looked, and it was that decent lady who goes to work every day. She went home and came back out and turned the tricks. But you would never know. She was
gotta make a buck. Gotta make a buck.
Yeah. She gives the bus, praise the Lord. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Gotta make a buck.
Somebody's giving out Jesus later on. Oh, Jesus.
Praise the Lord in there.
Mm-hmm. How much you say it again? I give you $5 more. Yeah.
I tell you.
Let's not talk about the young boys who are cross-dressing and going out there, and working the streets.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, that's the thing too, because they cannot find it. Well, I think that changed now, but because that would happen mostly like before, the civil rights movement. Because since most of the time the parent rejects them, and if you're out of the street with no money, no nothing,
right?
The only option you got is to become a trick.
And I've seen a lot of that on the bus, and it wasn't just an on the bus thing. I'm in the street. I get to hear what happens on the bus and people talking, and I learn a lot about the neighborhood and people's lives. But the things you're seeing, and then remember, I worked in the jail there for several years, so I'm seeing people in the street. I'm not going to say in their natural habitat, but the way they are in the jail, I'm not saying they're better off, but when they're homeless and they're getting their medication, they're getting their meals, they're getting their rest, they look the best that they ever do. When they're back in the street again, they look rough. Really bad, just all kind of strange stuff. Strange. I'll save it.
Yeah.
I'll just sit there and think.
Yeah, and it's too bad they're in Florida because them people, they need to, like, I don't know, because some states started doing that. I think I'll put it in the essay because the fact they find out, how they treat mainly prisoners in Denmark. So state like Colorado, North Dakota. So they actually like prepare like a counseling and transitional system for prisoners when you're leaving. So like that you do not come back. So I guess from a deprogramming kind of sense, you got to change your habit and pattern when you get into prison. So I got to change everything.
Yeah. And you get to see what conditions are, and when you speak to the nurses, you get to find out what medication they're on because of the condition that they're in. Like, for example, the nurses can't stay legally there to the CO. Like, you see that one over there? He's HIV positive, and that one over there is this, and this one. All they do when they want to tell you, because you do want to know what the condition is, because I treated everybody like they had HIV because you don't know. I'm not saying it, but a nurse might say, I won't call a name. I wouldn't have no need to, but they put those little tiny cups with the pills, and they shake the pill in there and said, Officer Scurvin, you see that red pill there? That's for HIV. Now, I don't know if the red, I'm making that up right now. You see the blue one right there? That's for this, that's for that. But that red one is for HIV. So now you have to stand there by the door. If the door is open, you have to stand there by the beanhole, whatever. And they take like the bottle with the red pill in there and shake it, and they look at you like, okay, watch who I give this to. And then they give it to somebody, and the person's like real muscular, strong, healthy looking, full of energy. It's like, oh, damn. And then she'll look at you and go, you got to be careful. So I'm like, oh, man, all kind of conditions.
Wow.
Yep.
There is. Yeah. The tricks they do.
And on that note, Lance, I'm gonna go now.
I know. Yeah,
I think I'm gonna go to bed early. Yeah. No, I told you I could give you 2 hours. Yeah.
No, I know. And you went over that too. I mean, 2 hours and 14 minutes. You did excellent. So
no, on the weekend I can do longer because I sleep like 10 hours. Yeah. Let's do this.
There you go. I gotta start doing like you do to sleep 10 hours. That's a good thing.
I take 2 Benadryl, 2 melatonin. Knock me out. Knock me the fuck out. I need to sleep.
I can't get 10 hours sleep.
Over the counter. You can't get melatonin out here.
Really?
Yeah, did you try to find a sour stop? I told you. The sour stop. Yeah.
Yeah, the sour stop's all over here like free. You can just
when you're drinking it, mix it with milk and sugar. But if you drink it straight, like the fruit, it will attack your stomach. So you got to mix it with milk.
Right. But I'll find. I'll put some almond milk in there, or something like that.
Yeah, here you go. You got to mix it with something because it'll attack your stomach.
Wow. Yeah. And then I won't get any sleep.
No, but even the fruit will knock you out. It'll knock you out.
I don't know. I drink soursop leaf tea in the daytime. It don't do nothing to me.
Maybe you used to. Me, I take it.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, that's what my mom. She doesn't take melatonin. She takes the soursop tea. Yeah, she said I don't want to be an addict. I'm like, how melatonin makes me an addict?
Wow.
Well, that would be so lovely to get 10 hours of sleep. If I get 3 hours of sleep a night, I get a lot. 4 hours.
No, I get at least 5. No, I need to sleep. Forget it. I'll take like 3 minutes. I have to sleep because if you don't, then I get all kind of pains and ache. I'm dizzy.
Yes.
I'm not. No, I gotta sleep. That's
true. Wow.
Yeah.
All right, my dear sister.
All right.
We're gonna enjoy ourselves tomorrow night and do a little comedy show. I don't know what time I'm gonna do it. I know I have some stuff to do on Saturday that I'm gonna have to get up early for, but it won't be 6 hours. You know what I mean? That was, it might be.
Yeah, I can show up. Yeah, I'll have my 10 hours beauty nap, so I can.
And we're gonna really cut loose and get some.
That's gonna be fun. Yeah.
Some subscribers. It's too nasty, and then we'll get some subscribers. So that's the way it works. So anyway,
who's asking me if I'm retired? Oh dear. Yes,
there's no such thing in the United States anymore. There's no such thing.
That's true. There is no such thing as retired.
There's no such thing here.
Right.
I'm just off the plantation. I'm not retired. I'm off the plantation.
Yeah, pretty much.
Good answer.
No such thing here. Like my brother last night, he was telling us that we're among the since I was at 13% from the middle class who can afford like a decent lifestyle, afford 3 meals a day, and he's right.
That's true.
But that's because we're 3 people. Like my mom, she's under Social Security benefits. It's because we're 3 living in one apartment, so we share the chores. So that's why, and that's what started happening here since the Depression. Now parents still live with their children because life's too fucking expensive.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because if before the pandemic, shit, we used to go to vacation every year.
Right.
3 people working.
Right.
But he was saying like I'm not surprised because I saw the news. Currently, like middle class, there's some people what happened in the pandemic, they can only eat once a day because they rather their children eat 3 times than they eat themselves. That's crazy. England was already like that before the pandemic, where parents are saying they only eat 2 meals a day, and actually their children eat 3 meals.
It's a psychological thing, because you can go the whole day and eat once and not think about it because that's your choice. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh shoot, I haven't eaten all day, and it doesn't bother you. But you get to a place where you just don't have food, and you're only eating. That'll kill you. Hunger will kill you.
Yep.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, like me, I eat only at 3 o'clock. That's I fast until 3 o'clock every day.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you're okay because it's a conscious decision.
I'm used to it too. No,
right.
When I started doing it, jeez, when I finally ate, I was jittery and shaky because it's too much sugar, too much carbohydrate at once. Even though I eat meat or whatever, it's too much at once. But then your body gets used to it. Because when I started doing that shit, I would get constipated every day. Because this is what happened when you're not used to doing it. You're not gonna you're just not gonna defecate because the body's not used to you not putting food in it. It's not
true.
But then as soon as my body used to it, then I go to the bathroom normally now.
Right.
And I don't get jittery anymore, so I'm used to it.
No, you're good. That's like scary if you don't have your guts in check. You get way
I know, right?
Passengers, traffic everywhere. Then you hear this noise.
That is not funny. That is so not funny.
You know what's coming. That's that, thunderstorm in your stomach.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I've been fortunate. These things only happen to me at 3:00 in the middle of the night.
So that's good. Yeah, you're not too far.
That's good.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I'm sleeping. All of a sudden, it's like, what the hell? But
when I'm sick, that happens to me. Or when you got a stomach virus, that's gonna happen. That's inevitable.
But it's always 3:00 in the morning. It's like 3, 4. Yeah.
I had food poisoning one time and went to bed.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
And it was overcast, and it was I woke up to go to the bathroom. I didn't know whether it was 7:00 in the evening or 7:00 in the morning. I really didn't know. I was so messed up because when it was overcast and with the time of the year it was, I was because I didn't know if I was rested or not because I had the food poisoning. And it was
right.
It was I was exercising, I was doing squats. I'm sitting there on the toilet. Oh, I'm done. Stand up. I'm like, what the hell? I just clench my chin, going up to the bed, grab a pillow and throw it back on it, and I just sat there. I said, you ain't gonna have me jumping up and down. So saves on paper too, just let it flow. Too much information.
Oh God.
Yeah,
too much information,
worst, man. It's the worst of the worst. Jeez.
And everybody wants to come over. It's like, yeah, you can come over, but I'm not gonna be out there with you in the living room. You're in the bathroom.
A little occupied right now.
Right?
Yeah, the other bathroom, don't bug me. Never let people come over your house when you have food poisoning. It's the worst.
Yeah.
And like,
I have a remedy.
Exactly. Cleaning out your refrigerator because you know you're not going to eat. Well, you ain't going to eat this right now. Let me eat it. It's like, nah, man.
No. No. But I when that happens to me, I have the perfect remedy just to settle my stomach. I mean, I'm sure but
she fell off.
She's back.
Oh, you're back? Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect remedy. What's that? I'm strapped with toilet paper wherever I go.
Rum and cannabis combination.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, cannabis soaked rum.
I'd like to get you on the show after consuming that.
Oh no, I'd be sleeping.
After dark.
Cannabis and rum. That just it knocks whatever is going on in your stomach, man.
I would not be surprised. Yeah, I'm not be surprised at all. It does that. Yeah.
Yep.
And
then I go back to sleep.
Until the next episode.
Until the next episode.
Sister Beatrice, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna do it.
I got 2 essays that are overdue. I need to work on them and then I'll send them to you. Because one's about sexual fantasy, something like that. And
what?
Yeah, because I was doing a research about BDSM, trying to find out if it's people who actually who've been like through sexual assault that like turned to this lifestyle, but they said no because they did us
sadomasochism type activity.
Yeah,
Right.
because they said like they did like a psychological test between people who do the vanilla sex and people who are in the BDSM, and they found out that people who are in the lifestyle, they have way more self-confidence than the vanilla.
Yeah.
What is the vanilla? Please explain. I'm a
Well,
novice.
no stick and stone, no whip, no chain. That's what's up.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. No gold shower, no brown shower, no speaking.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Nah, I don't care if it's gold, silver, platinum. I don't want any of that shower. You can keep it for yourself. That's unsanitary.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's unsanitary. No, thank you.
Wow.
Thank you so much. Enlightenment is a beautiful thing.
Oh,
yeah, man. Life is too damn stressful. Jesus.
I know. Oh man.
Oh, God.
I pulled up a list here, man, and it's like we're gonna do a show just on that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Man.
Yes.
Look at this.
The next show could be about that, but we can make it funny though. Yeah.
Oh, we'll make it. Yeah. A crotomophilia turned on the people with expectations. If that was the case, the guy that had the leg cut off with the crutches, he'd be getting all the booty, right?
Oh my God.
Abasiophilia, people with impaired mobility, the people like that.
Right.
Here's one. Agalmatophilia, people who are into statues, mannequins, and immobility. I remember working with my father one night, and he went to he would do like little jobs, waxing the floors, but he did custom staining. But he would get these people who had these big businesses, and there was a place in Midtown Manhattan, a really swanky place called the Hat Corporation. This is going back to the early 70s. I don't think it lasted past the 70s, and they had these hot hats. And so we had the keys to go in there. And also, you know, the security guard expected us. And so where we were doing the floors, it was way to the other side. But there was another part that had a little bit of a rug. And there was a small female section, not for clothes, but hats and certain things. So they had mannequins there. So I wanted to go to the bathroom, which was in that area. So I had to walk through. It was kind of dark. It didn't matter. So I'm walking in there. And the security guard was steady getting the mannequin, man. He was mannequin sitting here, and he was humping on the mannequin. Yeah, getting it.
Yeah, that's a paraphilia. That's turns him on.
Yeah, caught him with the fetish.
Yep.
Oh my God.
He had, and the mannequin was headless, but the mannequin was like, you know, just and it had the butt pushed out, whatever. A plastic. Fiberglass, whatever it was, and it had clothes on, and it was on it, just on it. So thinking back,
my gosh,
something like that, because he didn't even see me walk by. He had a crazy look on his face.
Yeah, that's a paraphilia. You know, that cannot help it.
Yeah,
it's paraphilia. That's what turns him on. So
that's
right.
Yeah,
fixated or strangled.
Right.
Yeah, it's like those guys who the pee Tom or or guys who like to jack off in public. It's a paraphilia. Yeah. That's what turns them on. Because they want to see you shocked. They want to see you shocked and say something.
Right. They get it. Yeah, they rewards them. You know.
Right.
And that reminded me of New York when I got in the boat to take me back to Staten Island at midnight.
The ferry.
The ferry. And so I'm sitting down, mind my business, and I see this dude like this in front of me. So I'm like, I'm just not paying attention. I don't want to care. But this dude from times he would tap my feet to watch him. I'm like, what the fuck? I just want to go home. Yeah,
that's funny.
I just want to go home. God damn it.
Oh, but wait. There's another one, right? Okay, I can't say these names, right? These names are so complicated, right? But let me just read off a few more because I'm seeing some. This is crazy. A smoking fantasy or one being robbed or held up. Like you get robbed and some of you just make that fantasy come true. You walk around with like money hanging out your pockets, right?
It's a sexual thing. That's the thing. It's a sexual thing.
Diapers, trees, flatulence. There's names for this now. Asphyxia, murder, orphan of strangers. That's crazy. They murder.
That's crazy.
Exhibition, you know what that is? Exposed genitals to unsuspecting or non-consenting others. Feederism, eating, feeding, and weight gain. That turns them on.
Dipophilia. Yeah, that's what they call a dipophilia. They're only like the sexual fantasy is to fatten somebody.
Yeah.
Because
the person.
Yeah. Now, see, here's another one. Turning a human being into a piece of furniture. That's phornophilia.
How does that work?
I don't know. You kill him and then bomb him or something. Rubbing against a non-consenting person. You can get that on the F train or the E train in New York City.
Oh man, yes indeed. Or the B train going out to Coney Island.
That's crazy.
Blood, firearms and guns. Stealing, but you steal something and say, "Oh, I had a good orgasm. I stole that thing." Enemas, breast milk.
Enema? What the fuck?
Macrophilia, giant beings. His armpits, female breasts, of course. Suffering or humiliation, being beaten, bound, and otherwise abused. Some like pregnant women, some like cars and other machines. Music, menstruation, poetry, very small people or small body parts, which I've had my experience with Midgie years ago with a very small person. Anyway. Shout out to Midgie. Burning the soil of decaying things, obscene words, noses, navels, corpses, inanimate objects, eyes, it just smells. Dressing or being treated like a baby. Oh wow.
Yeah, is this those people? It's something that happened in their childhood, and now they just make the sexual connection with that. That's what it is.
Right. Maybe there's something they missed. Yeah.
Yeah. So they only get turned on by that thing. So
Hygrophilia, fascination with the buttocks.
Oh really?
Some have a fetish for stuffed toy animals. Soiling or dirtying others. These are different ones. Non-living objects, inflicting pain with shoes and high heels, sleeping with unconscious people. Like what is that? You just walk up to them, hey, how you doing? Pow, knock them out, and let's go to sleep.
That's insane, man. That's fucked up. Then I gotta go. Okay, I gotta go. Woo! That's okay. You have to have this weekend. We gotta have this
discussion. Yeah,
this weekend we have that. Oh my god, that's funny. Y'all killing me.
Here's one right here. One more. Telephone scatologia. Obscene phone calls.
Get the hell out of here.
While taking a dump. I'm through with that.
Oh, that's it. That's done.
Taking a dump and talking to a stranger. You don't know what I'm doing.
That's nasty. Oh God.
And with the internet, people can find people of like minds.
Yes.
You've seen phone calls
well,
or taking a
if they got like a brown shower, I guess they got no problem with that. Then I don't know. Whatever floats your boat. Whatever.
I'm telling you, brown showers. Yeah.
Takes a special kind. Oh God.
Very special.
You're damn right.
The sad part, I saw somebody getting that done. I was like, whoops, I walked in the wrong door. Yeah. Yep. I'm going to tell that one too. Yeah.
Oh God.
Where did you do a door like that? You know? Yep. I don't know.
What haven't you seen?
That That's a very good question.
Well, you know what?
What haven't you seen?
No, my eyes have basically seen everything. Now, I don't mean everything like I traveled all over the world or sort of most luxurious or whatever, but human nature and especially things of sexual nature, I've seen pretty much. Like I said, I'm a shocker. My dream would be shocked. Shock me. I shouldn't say that because somebody will send me a picture.
Somebody will send you something.
You want to be shocking something? Yeah. I've seen. By the time I was 20 years old, I've seen most stuff. Put it that way. I'm 58 now, so 20 years old and throw 38 more years on top of that. And stuff has been weird for many, many years. And plus, I knew a couple of girls who worked the streets, and they would tell me certain things, and I'd explore certain clubs. That we're gonna talk about all that. We're gonna pull the rocks off and look all the insects under them stones and see what's crawling around.
Exactly. Yeah. Should talk about those things that people find taboo. Like that's true.
Yeah, I don't understand how somebody turned on to archery.
Oops, you missed.
Do me, and it's a bit of orgasm. I'm going to let this arrow go. Yes. Oh, shooing. Let's do it again.
What the fuck? Anyway, guys, you have a good night. So, probably Saturday.
Yes.
After my 10 hours a nap, and Saturday.
Well, we're doing one tomorrow night. So
yes,
if you can,
long enough. To, trust me. Clear all of your orifices because whatever's in there being held back will come out. We're going to make you laugh.
Oh gosh! Yes.
All right, Sister Beatrice.
Yes, sir. Take care.
You too. See you guys this weekend.
Bye.
All right. Okay. We wrap this down, y'all.